After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. To the air on first down, here's Willis.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Willis, third and long.
Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Wilson. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Third and long. It's Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Play fake. Here's Willis.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This one completes Alec Pierce. He'll get it inside the 20.
A big play there for Indy. 45 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They'll go again.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Colts pick it up. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Following the fumble recovery, Willis.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Touchdown!
Jonathan Taylor
from 17 yards out.
And the Colts have moved out in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Back to Walker on first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll give this to Akers. And he loses the football a second time. And the Colts pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times, I think, they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They go play action with Willis. Left side, he finds Pierce.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Willis. Looking end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
Room here to run. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
2 yards is the pickup, and the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal.
Taylor.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Colts are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Running right, here's Walker. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Open man right side is Cup, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
A give for Walker running right.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Here's Wilson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing is Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the draw is Taylor. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On third down, here's Taylor.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Coltsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And some room to work. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
131 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. 1st and 10, Taylor now.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable.
And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They go play action with Wilson. On the move to his left.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Wilson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing 12 yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. And this is going to be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first.
And all the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
Now Wilson on first down. Out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
On third down, here's Walker.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 160 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, Willis.
It's caught. Here's Langford. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 66 yards.
And the Colts are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Sly on for the extra point.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor.
And some space here.
And did he get in? No. They'll